Going through different texts. So, yeah, if we get any more people, we'll have to share because I made 16 copies. So, going through different texts, and what I'll be doing is calling out some of the material that comes in the text to focus on it, and then we'll go into the text a little bit. And probably not going to go in a series through the same text. We'll just be varying it each time, and that'll get you exposed to little different things. If you find something that really strikes you as interesting, I might be able to get you some of it or something if you want to try reading it on your own. Okay? All right. So we're going to start off and talk about a couple things that show up in this text. First is what's called an Irish plain ancient, or indirect speech. And in Irish, we use the words go, gur, nach, and nar, which you may have heard a couple times used here, or some of you go Tuesday, you heard those. The words go and gur basically mean that, and nach and nar mean that not, okay? But a little tricky is learning when to use them, okay? And it's used to put two sentences together. So you're using it when you're saying something like, I think that, or I know that, or he said that, okay? So it's the word that goes in there, okay? It's done a little differently in Irish than it is in English, so we're going to kind of look at how that's done. The important thing, the word gur, is used when you want to say, is the normal way that you say, I know that something happened, or he said that something happened. You usually use the word gur for that, okay? And if you want to say, I know that something didn't happen, or he said that something didn't happen, then you use the word nar, okay? There's the little blurb down there explains that too, and we have some examples. That's the normal way that you use gur and nar, okay? It's for saying something, I said that something happened, he said that something happened, I think that something happened. Now, everything else, you use the word go to mean that, and you use the word nach to mean that not. Okay, and that's used if you want to say, I think something will happen, or I think something could happen, or I think something is happening now. Okay? So you use the word go. And then there's a few, when we did the Irish verbs, there's a few irregular verbs that use go in the past. So we'll get them. Okay, and we're going to start off with one of the irregular ones, which is the word ta. Okay? And we'll see how to use this. So if you want to say, it is hot, ta she che, okay? Ta she che, ta means is, she is it, che is hot, okay? So that's one we probably all seen. I guess now it should be ta she fur, but okay. Now, the word to say I think is shilam, shilam, okay? The word shil means thinks, actually shilam. So you can say shilan may, or you can say shilam, okay? And so both of them mean I think. Okay? This is the one that's the combined form, where you put the M there tells you it's I who thinks, okay? So Bob, these are probably the ones you learned, right? Shilam, okay? Shilan may means I think also. You can say shilan tu, shilan she, and so on, okay? So we're just going to use shilam for now. When you want to say that you think something, you have to use this word go or gur or nach or nar after it to say what it is that you think, okay? So if you want to say, I think that it is hot, instead of saying just ta she che, you have to say shilam gawil she che. Okay, and the gawil kind of replaces the ta, okay? Gawil, okay? And for the word ta, you're pretty much going to have to learn the forms for it because it's a strange word. It changes around, okay? So, ta she che, shilam gawil she che. Okay, so how would you say, Kathleen, how about I think it's cold?
Shilim gawil she
Fur. Okay.
Freud is French.
Okay. So, Lexi, you know how to say it is wet?
Tashe fut.
Okay, and how do you think that it would be? I think it is wet. Lexi, so.
Shilim gawil she.
Okay. And if I'm asking about something like a book or something and it's red, how would you say it is red? Or actually, maybe we shouldn't do red. That's a couple ways to say it. Let's do a different word. How about dry? It is dry. You know, the word chittum. So the word chittum is dry. So how would you say it is dry? Tasha chittum. Okay. And how about I think it is dry? Yeah, shilam galosha chittum. Okay. So you just instead of ta, you put the will, and that means that is. Okay. Now, you want to say it is not hot instead of ta, use nil. So nil sheche. Okay. Now, if you want to say I think that it is not hot, okay, then you say shilam nachwil sheche. So nachwil basically means that is not. Okay. All right. So shilam nachwil sheche. Okay. So I might ask, let's see, who's not here? Margaret's not here today. So, Achivin, if I ask, Kawil Margaret, where's Margaret? How would you say, I don't think she's here? Or how you,
Shilam Nakwil and Shaw.
Nakwil she unsho. Shilam Nakwil she unsho. So I think she's not here. Okay? All right? I could say, so Shilam Nakwil sheche, I think it is not hot. Shilam Nakwil shetiram amu, I think it is not dry outside. Okay? So, and pretty much you're going to have to get used to using these, okay? We'll be doing a little bit in the reading that we do, but it takes a little bit to get a handle on it. Okay, now we're going to go to the next one, and number 5. Okay, to say he was at home, use the word vi for was, vishe sawalya. Okay. Visha Sawalya, he was at home. Now, if you want to say, he said that he was at home, first of all, he said is dorche. Okay? And to say that he was, gorevshe. And then at home, Sawalya. So, dorche is he said, gorevshe, that he was, Sawalya, at home. Okay? So, dorche, gorevshe, Sawalya. Okay? And if you want to say he was not at home, ni revshe sawalya. Okay, and then that not is nachrev, so he said that he was not at home. Dorche nachrev she sawalya. Okay, so let's say, how would you say she was, how about she is sick? Tashitin, okay? Tashitin, okay, she's sick. How would you say then, I think that she is sick? Shilam will she. Okay? So the ta becomes the will. So Shilam, I think, that is, she's sick, that she's sick. Okay? How about she was sick? Vishitin. Okay? How would you say, I think she was sick?
Shilam.
Okay. Shilam, I think, go revshi, that she was sick. Okay? Alright. How would you say she wasn't here? Okay, so ni rev she, and sho is here. So ni rev she wasn't, and sho here. Okay? And how about I think she wasn't here? So Shilam, I think, nach rev she, that she wasn't, and sho. Okay? Any questions on those? Okay? And there's other words than Shilam and Dort that we'll find next. There's a different one in the story later. Okay? All right? And so a lot of times when you're joining two sentences together and you have a word that in there in English, in Irish you can use this go thing in there, or one of these forms. Okay? Now,